Hello everyone, welcome back to Pharma class. I am Priya Mohan from Smriti College of Pharmaceutical Education, Indore. In our previous discussion, we have discussed about ISO 9000 series, what are the various steps of getting certification of ISO and what are the various elements of ISO 9000 series. So in today's lecture, we are going to discuss about ISO 14000 series, which meet for the environmental management system. In short, we use EMS, environmental management system, and help any organization to work within healthy environment. ISO 14000 helps to meet the challenge of climate change and develop 570 international standard under ISO 14000 series. So let's discuss what is ISO 14000. So ISO 14000 is a general term referring to a family of standards concerned with the environmental management. As we know that ISO 14000 stand for environmental management system. So basically ISO 14000 is the general term referring to the environmental management. This refers to what the organization does to minimize harmful effects on the environment caused by its activities and to achieve the continual improvement of its environmental performance. It is also applicable to any business or organization regardless of size, location and income wise. So whenever you start any type of manufacturing or production, you must have the ISO 14000 certification. That means your manufacturing procedure does not affect the environmental and climatic changes. If we talk about the classification of standards under ISO 14000 series, so basically here we enlist some standards of ISO 14000 series like ISO 14001. It sets the criteria for the environmental management system. So in ISO 14001 series, in this 14001 sets the criteria for environmental management system. Next one is ISO 14004. ISO 14004 gives the general environmental management system guidelines. ISO 14010 gives the standards about the auditing. ISO 14015 provides the environmental assessment of sites and organization. Basically, assessment of size and organization, location, etc. comes under 14015. After that, 14020 gives the standard about the environmental labeling information. Apart from that, if we talk about 14031, so it will give you the environmental performance evaluation. In 14040, it will provide the standards on environmental life cycle assessment. So these are the some commonly used certification, or we can say we can classify ISO 14000 series in this particular different terms, that is from 14001 to 14000. There are many more such subdivisions under this, but we have discussed this much only. After this, what will be the benefits to after getting certification of ISO 14000? What will be the benefits? An effective environmental management system provides many benefits to the implementing organization, its customers and stakeholders, and to regulators, which includes reduction in the environmental risk. Or by getting ISO 14000 certification, we can reduce the environmental risk, to protect the environmental management, improved employee to improve the employee environmental awareness and ultimately the performance, and to increase the operating efficiency and cost effectiveness. And the last one is enhance relationship and communication with the employees, regulators and the stakeholders. So these are some common benefits of getting certification of ISO 14000. Apart from that, if we talk about elements of any ISO 14000 series, so the ISO 14001, that is Environmental Management System Standards, it contains the following key elements. These are, here we list that elements. So first one is environmental policy, then planning, implementation and operation, checking and corrective action, management review, and then continual improvement in the process. So let's discuss one by one. So first one is environmental policy. So initially the organization's top management should have commitment and define the policy on the environmental management system, which is used for the direction of implementing and improving its environmental management system. The second one is planning. So, in order to achieve the environmental policy, at least the organization should identify the environmental aspect of its activities and specify those which have significant impact on the environment, and establish the objectives and target of its activities having the impacts to the environment. Apart from that, they have to also establish environmental program for achieving its objectives and targets. So this is about planning for environmental management system. Third one is implementation and operation. So if we talk about implementation, in order to achieve the environmental planning, at least the organization should define the roles, responsibilities and authorities for facilitating the environmental management system effectively. Communicate to the staff at each level for the importance of conformance to the environment policy, and also provide the appropriate training to the personnel performing the task to gain their knowledge and competence. Apart from that, they have to communicate to the staff at each level for the importance of conformance to the environmental policy, and also provide appropriate training to the personnel, and they have to identify the potential accidents and emergency situations for preventing and mitigating the environmental impacts that may be associated with them, and periodically test such procedures where it is predictable. So this is about the implementation and operation of any planning in an organization. Next one is checking and corrective action. So to ensure that the organization is performing in accordance with this standard environmental management system programs, at least the organization should monitor and measure its operation and activities against the organization's plan, record the ongoing activities of the environmental management system, and to conduct the periodic environmental management audits. After that, the management review. So the organization's top management should review and continually improve its environmental management system with the objective of improving its overall environmental performance. In other terms, you can also say that this is particularly the type of internal audit, or we can say this is a type of internal audit or management review. After this, if we talk about what is the basic difference between ISO 9000 and 14000 series. Before this, the last one which is remaining, that is continual improvement. So continual improvement, when we ultimately follow this all guidelines, ultimately any organization, when they follow this particular guideline, the production or the manufacturing will ultimately in particularly continual improvement. So after this, let's discuss what is the basic difference between ISO 9000 and 14000 series. So if we talk about ISO 9000 series, so this family addresses the quality management. This means what the organization does to fulfill the customer's quality requirements, applicable regulatory requirements. We are aiming to enhance the customer satisfaction and to achieve the continual improvement of its performance in pursuit of this particular objective. So basically if we talk about ISO 9000, so basically it is quality management system or quality management guideline. But if we talk about ISO 14000, so 14000 family addresses the environmental management. This means what the organization does to minimize the harmful effect on the environment caused by its activities and to achieve the continual improvement of its environmental performance. So this is general basic difference between ISO 9000 and 14000 series. Thank you.